What's going on, guys? It's Music Player 1979. It's November 14th, 2014. I'm sorry it's taken such a long time to release the video. I've had a rough couple weeks. The Lord sure works in mysterious ways. I found myself with my mom at a doctor's appointment in Abilene, Texas. And after that appointment was beginning to wrap up, she received a phone call from Hendricks Medical Center emergency site stating that her sister was in critical condition. They had just got her heart back up and going for just enough time for us to try to make it there and say goodbye. As my mom rushed frantically into the emergency room where her sister lay, she was able to say goodbye to her sister before her sister's heart stopped for the last time. Any other ordinary day, my mom would have been sitting home as this event unfolded, being an hour and a half away from her sister. But God worked so beautifully that morning that my mom was able to say goodbye to her sister, which I know heard her voices as she took that transition from the physical to the spiritual side. This system we have no control over. No matter how much our minds and our hearts want this to turn around, it will not do so until it passes us. No matter what anybody thinks, this system has passed the backside of the sun. And in this picture it shows, starting from the very top, the oxide cloud bending past the sun and coming as if it were headed towards our area, as it elegantly bends just before us. Throughout this video, if you don't believe in UFOs, I hope that you will see some. And you will be able to ask yourself, do they exist? Are we not alone? I'll show you through my eyes the system. I'll show you through my eyes the stories that I see in the system. The system ranges from birds to boats. This system is so elegantly perfect and in every way that as this passes, you are almost forced to see the stories that are within this. There's no laying on the ground looking up as if we were kids once again and making boats and houses and people out of these fluffy clouds. Each and every single part of this cloud, which is the system cloud, has so much elegance to each and every minute area within it. It creates something that seems to be alive. You can see through this video objects that are moving within the cloud, whether they are big or small. They all have an objective. They are all going around something that is larger than it. Whether it is round, square, or any shape that it is going around a larger object. And while doing so, it creates a facial pattern. It creates a form of us. Has eyes and a nose and a mouth and a chin and a forehead. It has life. And these objects, these creatures, whether they are human or not, seem to be opening their mouths while objects go out and in to it. These objects are always intertwining each other. always. Creating beauty. The colors that come with this system, folks, are beautiful and only designed for purity. The tentacles that come off of these are very, very unique. While watching this video, you will see multiple UFO activity. Multiple. These are the ones that are here to guide us and to help us. No matter what anybody thinks, there is good and there is evil out of this world. There are ones that want to destroy us, while others only see the good in us. When you see a UFO and you see a light of such, whichever color it may be, you see it only being perfect, as if you were sitting down eating popcorn and had a case of beer and you were watching a movie on your HD TV. It is only with purity that the entities hold and that this system has with it. Nothing on this planet resembles us whatsoever. Nothing. We are very unique when it comes to Mother Earth. Very unique. And still we choose to pollute it. And we still choose to destroy it over time, as we are right now. But through this video, you only can see the beauty and the stature of it all. You can see within the colors, there are objects, whether they are circular or not. There are objects that are riding on top of these clouds and within. This is a story of the horseman with the bow. If you look, you can see that it is going down in a southern rotation. You can see that he sits upon a structure that is creating itself as being one of the horsemen. It's very beautiful, and only with purity and elegance. From objects that are massive to ones that are very minutely small that you can barely make it out. The structure of lighting with this system is awesome. You can see in the middle of the screen a beautiful colorated form. This is a large object entwined with everything around it. It may resemble chains to you. It may resemble a ship to you. This system creates stories. Stories that anybody can see. Whether it is your story or my story, they are still there because God writes them for us. Simply amazing, guys. It is still November 6th. You can see how low this is. It's just incredible. Look. Right here, look at the salmon color. I mean, it's truly incredible. You can see the mist coming off of this. as these objects travel. Look at that. Look at that. Right at the end of those two lines, there's a black object spiraling off of that. Look at that. What's going on, guys? Finally found a moment to record the system. I missed most of it, but of course it's still here and it's here to stay. We are in for a treat, guys. These visions that I've experienced the last couple years, a lot of people thought that I was crazy. But it was for a reason, and it was for the truth. I've showed you guys, unfortunately, multiple times. It's right here. You can see the smaller object starting to come up front. And you can see the tentacles that hold the large object. Okay. Now, the coloration, okay, that's we've been experiencing, and it's very strange, very odd. But this is created from the system. And we have the second object again with the lighting very much more prominent, okay? Very much prominent. This object is turning. These two shelves, this one and this one, are going to meet, okay? You can see again the lighting is the same. You have the runoff of objects and the very, very delicate purity of each object that is laid next to each other. And each one of them, thousands of them follow. Okay. It's amazing. The winged object becoming very much more real. You can see objects in the bottom that come out from a distance. Alright? As the light of the sun changes, this object will disappear. But you can see how these objects are everywhere. Looking at this system always reminded me of looking as if I were in an airplane and I was looking down at them. So you're always able to see the tops. You can see the lighting, see how real it is, and you can see it right behind it. You truly can. And the geese are flying now. This is truly incredible, guys. This is biblical. Okay? This is biblical. I did not have my visions for just the heck of it, folks. My heart has hurt for you guys, for the world. Because we must endure this. This is truly our time. There's another object that is appearing that is the one that resembles the man to me. And right now it is turning from the south into the east. And nothing about it changes whatsoever. Nothing. Okay. As time progresses throughout the day, guys, these objects will make themselves visible, and their travel will be very dominant. These objects are massive. Massive. I've tried to be patient, and I still want to be so patient. I do. It's incredible. You can see this object is still there, okay? And it is still going towards the east, northeast area.